All right, and we are back for the next episode of A Conversation with Kely. Of course, once again, covering the next episode of Ascendance Live. All of Facebook and Instagram might be gone right now, so I feel like there's more people watching this than usual, so that should be fun. I'm here, as always, with my co-hosts here. Very happy to have all of you on, as well as our guest for the day. We do have the someone that was booted in this last episode. It's very tragic, but we do want to say hello and welcome to the great Michael Davis. How are you doing?
Hello and welcome.
Hello. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good.
Interesting day. Interesting day. My camera's not turning on, so that's wonderful. Why is there a VL call going on in a different group?
I know, right? I was like, I got the notification.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just get right into what's going on here. So do we have the interview questions, Sean?
I have them up. I don't know how to link them because they're on my phone, but I have them.
If you can send them our way.
I have the Ascendance notes on my phone too.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So right. I guess we'll just get right into this episode. It was a pretty straightforward one overall in terms of strategy. Unfortunately, it was very straightforward. I guess we'll just dive right into everything that happened. So basically we start off and it goes from where we left off last week, where basically Tony is talking about Memes and how that going worked out for his game. Mark is actually very shocked that Memes voted for him, and Peyton wants to gun hard for this captain's comp, but he immediately realizes he's not going to do well when the comp is Scrabble Tiles. Michael, how'd you feel about that comp, Scrabble Tiles? How were you feeling in that given moment?
I liked that comp. It really brought me into Big Brother, the spelling comp being a Big Brother comp. That was what I wanted to go and do, was play comps like Big Brother, and so that was one that really was something that felt like I was actually playing Big Brother or Survivor or a game like that. And so I felt like I had a good strategy with it. You guys kind of heard my strategy with the comp, building a word that builds off of itself. So I felt good about the comp. I wasn't confident that I would win it, but I also didn't necessarily think I needed to win it at that point. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But we do get to the captain's comp. In the end, Stephanie and Peyton actually end up becoming the new captains here. And Mark seems a bit annoyed since he did get third. Everyone's on a team except for you, Michael. How are you feeling about that?
Originally, I was okay with it because obviously 2 rounds ago, Erica was not on a team and she was completely safe. So I was optimistic. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be the same exact thing as Erica. In the moment, I thought that since Erica was safe and didn't go to the vote, my thinking was I would be safe and go to the vote. So that's how I was thinking. I knew there was a chance I wouldn't be safe, but I felt okay in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do get to the teams. We have Stephanie, Mark, Erica, Jake, Sarah, and Jeff on one team, and Peyton, Nicholas, Destiny, Tony, Edmund, and Michelle on the other team. And yeah, those are the teams. Aly, you can get into what else happens. I mean, we know that Michael's not picked for a team, so we don't really need to talk about that.
The next challenge rolls around, and it's a shape one. They each have 10 sets of shapes, and they have to complete each challenge. Each teammate will be physically tagged in until all the shapes and challenges have been completed. We finally get to hear about Edmund's power. It is essentially a team swap that would allow him to do so with any player of his choosing before the challenge begins. He doesn't feel he needs to use it this round since there is a set target if they lose.
Right. Which I'm glad that we finally figured out what that power was. I was like, are they gonna finally reveal it? And I'm glad that they did. I don't know when he's gonna end up using this, but Edmund seems like he's in probably one of the best positions right now. So
His
I
power
don't
is
think he's
useless.
gonna need to use it for a while.
I think his power is useless because he's still not safe.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
Oh, he'll definitely use it. I just don't think he's gonna use it for a little bit. Just because like I think he's really well insulated at the moment. So.
The challenge begins when Michelle and Erica first untie all the shapes. With Michelle at first, easily having the lead against Erica, who seems to be struggling a bit. However, once she switches sides, she's able to easily untie it. Jeff is then tapped in by Erica to hit balls against the hexagons. Edmund loses 2 of his balls, and then meanwhile, Nick and Destiny are screaming at the top of their lungs in an effort to distract the other team.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
It was.
When they're just causing all the commotion.
I watched the episode twice because I got to see half of it live, so I figured I'd go back and watch it again. It's so fun. That Destiny and Nick doing that as strategy was so amusing to me. I say this as somebody who would do the same thing as strategy, and has tried to be a nuisance as strategy in an org before, as 2 of these people here can testify.
Yeah.
I mean, did it help? No.
No, but we won anyway.
Eventually, Nick and Destiny, Jake/Mark, get started on the puzzle, and then ultimately Jake and Mark beast through the challenge, culminating in the green team winning.
Yes, which I was very surprised about considering what was going on here. So at this point, Michael, like with the green team winning, did you feel like you were going to be okay, even if you weren't safe? Like, how were you feeling in that moment?
I think had the other team won, I do think I would have been safe. Just because the people I wanted to work with were on the winning team that round. I.e., like Jake, Sarah, Erica, Mark I had just voted with. So I think I was a little more nervous with which team lost. However, I had a ton of people telling me, like, if you're not safe, like, you're not going anywhere, that would be dirty of us to do. We saw what happened, but you know, I felt okay after the challenge, but
Yeah, definitely. But so we do get to the elimination here, where basically it seemed like for a while it was going to be Tony. His name is coming up like basically every single round, and everyone seems unsure with what to really do. But Peyton, you know, hears your name and he's trying his best to deflect it, trying to push hard for Nicholas to go. And it seems like Stephanie and Michelle are also adamant in like not voting for you here, and Destiny's very much down to, but Destiny's the one that's like really down to vote for you overall. What do you think was the downfall here? What do you think was the thing that really got you to be the vote?
I think what happened was I think we would have had it. I think Nick would have gone if Peyton wouldn't have told Destiny. Destiny and Nick, I think, were a lot closer than any of us realized. Until that moment. So because of that, when Peyton told Destiny, because I was under the assumption that Peyton was not telling Destiny, but when I heard that Peyton told Destiny, then I kind of started to get worried because I didn't think she was supposed to know. But since Destiny was protecting Nick, she was able to convince people to vote for me instead. So I think that was kind of the downfall with Destiny finding out, because I think we easily could have got that vote to go through if we left Destiny, Michelle, and Nick out of that vote. So, and we didn't even need to leave Michelle out either. Like, we could have just left Destiny and Nick out, and Nick would have gone, or we could have turned it on Destiny. So, yeah, I think Peyton telling Destiny was probably the downfall.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because, like, we do see Peyton talk about how he has, like, 3 votes to save you, and he thought that he could maybe get Destiny on his side. And he actually tells you that your name is out there and that you need to use this power that you did not have, which was a really funny thing to watch because it's like, there isn't a power.
The amount of times I've been told this.
I know.
Oh, your name's out there. If you have an LOS, play it. Like, I don't have an LOS. I can't find those.
Not the LOS.
Not an LOS.
So the elimination happens, and sadly by a vote of 5-1, you are the next person eliminated from Ascendance, but you did leave in a pretty good manner. You're like, yeah, don't keep voting for Tony because he's just going to keep, getting votes like thrown onto him. And so, yeah, that's pretty much everything that went down, like, event-wise. I guess we'll get more into our questions here. I'm going to shut up and let these others ask the question because I'm talking a lot.
All right. I'll start with the first one. How did you feel going into the game?
Going into the game as a whole was really exciting. I had never played a live game before, so I was obviously nervous. It was a bunch of new people. I felt okay because I had met 4 people on the cast before in person, and then I had known of some other people. Some other people had played my game before. So I felt okay with the cast. I wasn't quite sure just because there were so many big personalities there that outshined me, but I also felt that could have been a good thing just because I could fly under the radar, which I think I did for a little bit. But yeah, going into the game, I was okay. I was excited, very nervous though, but yeah, I felt really good going into the game.
Okay. Mike or Sean, do you want to take the next couple?
I can.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to read the questions.
Episode 2, and there's 3. or question 2 and 3, not episode.
Technically, question 2 was answered.
Okay.
And kind of question 3.
In a sense, 4 as well. But so I'll ask number 5. If you were to play again, what is something different you're gonna do so history doesn't repeat?
I think I would go in there with a lot more confidence. I think the people that were confident about what they were doing were the people that were getting what they wanted done. I kind of went in there more like just doing kind of what I was told and following what other people wanted rather than myself. I think if I would have been a little more confident in my own gameplay and my abilities, I think I would have had a better run. However, also with the way I went out, it was kind of like I did get a little screwed over, so there wasn't too much I could have done in that sense. However, if I would have continued on in the game, I don't know how much of a story I would have had at the end yet. So yeah, I think I would want to be more confident in myself and just, even if I don't know what I'm doing, pretend like I do. So
right, which makes sense. We did kind of bring this one up, but do you think there was really anything you could have done differently with your gameplay to prevent you going this round?
I think that round specifically, I think I would have needed to make sure Destiny wasn't told about the vote. I think throwing out either Destiny or Edmund's name might have helped me, but probably not, just because they were both so protected. I think that there really wasn't too much in that round I could have done. Now, I do think that in round 3 I could have helped my game a little bit by with like the balloon challenge, because the balloon challenge really screwed me over. I think with that challenge I could have had my team drop right away and not putting a target on myself, because we knew we were losing anyway. Because I do think that was kind of used against me, because me and Mark were kind of strategizing with each other, and so Destiny used that as ammo to get me out. But yeah, So there wasn't too much I could have done.
Okay. As a whole, how was your experience playing Ascendance Live?
I had a great time, not only just within the game, but the whole experience as a whole, because afterwards I was able to stay a couple days and hang out with Prod and other players, and we just had a really good time. Also, after I was out, I helped on a production side, setting up comps and working with Nicole and stuff. It taught me a lot about hosting a live game, which I hope to do in the future, which hopefully will be happening soon. So,
shout out to 1984 Live.
Yeah.
Apply, all that stuff.
Which,
yes, for sure.
I will say I want to kind of drop the ball and kind of announce something really quick here. That I've been talking to Kevin, I've been talking to Aly, and we are planning on doing coverage for 1984 Live when the time comes.
Yes.
So we're really excited for that. We really are.
Yes, I'm very excited to talk more about that one.
I'm excited about that.
But yeah, I guess the only other thing that we can really ask is, do you think there's any tips and advices you would give a future Ascendance Live hopeful?
As I said about like myself, I think just go in with confidence, even if you are nervous or don't know what you're doing. Pretend like you do, because those are the people that would be getting the votes through. Those are the people that people were attracted to work with. So just have a fun time. Don't be too nervous about it. It's not a big deal. Like it's just you're there for fun. Yes, like you paid money and went there and flew there, but give it your all. Don't hold anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anything else we want to ask before we wrap this up?
I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, today has been a very hectic day, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with all the social media going down. I think it's really thrown everyone off.
It really is.
I guess the only other thing I'll ask, Michael, is like you were the captain, I believe, the first like 2 or 3 rounds of the game. Yeah, you were captain twice. Do you think that is what potentially?
I was only captain once. It was
round two. Round two.
Okay. You were the captain round 2. Do you think that's something that could potentially have played a role in you going here?
I don't think it had too much of a role. Though I do think that. So I was only actually picked for a team one time in my 4 rounds there, because the first round I was picked for a team, the second round I was captain, and then the third round I was on the black team that wasn't picked, and the last round I wasn't picked either. So I do wonder if I wouldn't have been captain, how that would have gone, if I would have been picked, or what would have happened there. So I don't necessarily think that me being captain had anything to do with me leaving, but I do wonder, like, what would have happened if I wasn't? Would there have been anything that could have happened that I could have made any bonds because of that? That didn't happen because of me being captain or whatever. But
that's something I even like honestly enjoy about playing orgs, is just sitting there and being like, just weighing out all the different what if scenarios. I'm a nerd.
Yeah. So. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. All right. I think with that, I think we're pretty much done here. I don't know if there's
I think the only thing we really have to cover is like draft updates.
Oh yeah, the draft updates for sure. Sean, if you want to go ahead and pull those up.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to actually. I don't want to talk about draft updates.
Yeah, let's talk about our drafts, Kevin. Let's talk about our drafts.
Yeah,
oh, Jesus Christ.
So as of right now,
first I just felt bad because I knew like what was about that.
Team Kevin is currently almost gone.
Michelle, pull through. Come on. I need you to pull through. I need you to fucking win this game.
As far as the points, only a few of us gotten points because like the team challenge.
Yeah.
Stephanie and Peyton won team captain, so Aly and I got more points because of that. Other than that, the total is 33 for Kevin, 34 for Aly, 28 for me, 32 for Mike. How am I in last? This is not it. Anyway, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I really flopped with this drafting. I don't usually do well in drafting, I'll say that, but like this is a new low for me. Like,
oh yeah,
goddamn,
I really enjoyed watching all the drafts because of knowing like what happens. It was great for me to watch all the drafts and know like who just completely flopped and knowing who.
Right, it's kind of different from when you like normally draft for orgs. It's like, you know, you don't really know what's gonna happen, but like you know, this happened like what, like 3-4 months ago for you, so you know all the teams.
If I wanted to go through, I could and tally up who wins already. So like I know who has the winner, obviously.
Right.
I know like all that stuff, but it's just funny.
So yeah, I'm sure that's going to be very fun to watch as we get down to this game here. Other than that, I think we're pretty much good. If we want to go ahead and do our outros, wrap things up, we can go ahead and do that. Michael, if there's anything you want to plug, I'm going to give you the chance to go ahead and do that.
I mean, right now we are casting season 10 of 1984, so if you want to apply to that, we have a really good applicant pool right now, though, so good luck. And then eventually 1984 Live will happen. I'm not quite sure when applications will be out, but that will hopefully be soon. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Is anything else that we want to do before we wrap this up? No, I think we're
I was going to say, this is usually the part where we plug our social medias, but it's down, so...
Yeah, there's no reason to do that when you can't go to
I mean, technically you can plug like your Twitters and stuff.
You can plug your Twitters, yes.
It's the only one that works.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitters, mine is WonderPuff16. I retweet memes. I shitpost a bit. I simp over house guests on Big Brother, but only one. So, if you like annoying people, follow that.
It's
a transition for me.
Yeah, my Twitter is Sean Dairo. If you live in Virginia, come to Hunt Cloud Farm if you want to get scared. If you haven't already, obviously social media is down. Go to Spotify or Apple Music. You can listen to Duke's podcast. So shout out to Duke on that. You can also, you know, Duke has interviewed Michael as well. So if you want to hear their perspective and their own little potty, go there. If you haven't caught up on Ascendance Live, go to YouTube and watch it. Episodes 1 through 4 are out already. Other than that, yeah.
All right. Other than that, I think we're pretty much good here. Sorry if we're a bit off. I think we're all just, you know, it's just a very weird day overall. But other than that, that's really it for our review of this episode of Ascendance Live. Looking forward to see how the rest of the season plays out. Michael, we do want to thank you, of course, for coming on. This was a lot of fun to always get the insight into the players. That's something that we always really do appreciate. And yeah, other than that.
Also, you're always welcome to be a guest on any of our episodes.
Yes. Also, look forward to coverage of things like the Big Brother 23 finale, the Circle finale, also Survivor. Anything else I'm forgetting, Aly? Oh, apply for Spotlight, please.
Yes,
it's going to be a great org, and we would love all the possible apps that we can get. So definitely go ahead and do that. I think other than that, we're pretty much good here. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in our next video, and we will see you guys for that. Okay, bye.
Bye.